Hello and happy 2013 by the Gregorian calendar. I've just been to the gym, like most people. I think we tend to indulge over the Crimbltide period and New Year, and I don't celebrate Christmas, but I still can't help but go to parties and things, and I made my own mince pies, and then Gilles said he doesn't like mince pies, and I had to eat them and gave some to the rabbits actually. Anyway, I'm really because I was really busy at work and whatever. It's probably not been that long, but it feels like forever that I haven't been, going to the gym or swimming or whatever. I've still been cycling to work and cycling everywhere else and being active and running around at work, but haven't been going to the gym. So I went to the gym. It was loads of fun. It was really hard because my stamina wasn't as good as it had been. Everything else seemed okay. I was, still just quite as flexible. My shoulder was really hurting today. I don't know what I've done to my shoulder. It's like a reoccurring thing. I think it's because I was sat at work and I was doing a lot of reaching above, and it just seems to set it off. I don't know what it is. Probably because I wear my bra straps quite high because of the way my shoulders go. Probably trapping my own nerve or something. No, I think I would know if I trapped my nerve, because I know that's incredibly painful and that goes all the way down your arm, so it's not that, and I'm just being dramatic again. But I decided that nothing's going to stop me, even if, my foot started to feel weird, and you just think, look, shut up, I'm not going to listen to your body, I'm just going to do whatever I can. And I really pushed and I really enjoyed it. And people always say to me, what do you do at the gym? And I'm thinking, what do you mean, what do I do at the gym? Like, how specific do you want me to tell you about, I don't just go there and sit on one of those bouncy balls chatting, or I don't just go there and sit in the jacuzzi, or sit and have a coffee. If I say I've gone to the gym, I mean I've done at least an hour, and most of it will be cardio. I did some weights as well, but only light weights because my body type builds muscle very easily. I'm officially hourglass apparently, even though I don't particularly have a small waist, but it's apparently small, a lot smaller than the other parts, so it works out as that. But people like that tend to put on muscle very easily and all over. We put on weight all over, we don't put it on in one place, so I have to be careful. I'm supposed to do a lot of cardio and not too much resistance type stuff. So my intention then this year is to be doing at least an hour 4 times a week, plus my cycling to work and back. And if I don't feel up to going to the gym, I will be going swimming instead, because that is also really good for you, and it just is so easy. You get out of breath without realising it, and it's also much better on your joints. So I hope you've all had a really good time. My New Year was terrible. I had a party, hardly anybody came. I didn't expect loads of people to come, so I just didn't want to be alone for it, because I've spent quite a lot of New Year's alone actually, not alone, with my mum, who isn't a drinker, so I love her very much, but it's rather dull. And I'm not the type to want to get ripped off double taxi fares in town, and plus my experiences for going out around town on New Year's are mostly just being pushed about and drinks spill and too much money. And the people that you're with going off somewhere else. Not always, but if you go out in a big group, and they end up just dragging you around where they want to go and stuff. Maybe I'm just a control freak, probably. Anyhow, what was I talking about? Yeah, we played a drinking game, and that was my idea, and it was foolish because I hadn't eaten enough that day, and the girls, both of us, were sick. And I went down for a lie down, and next thing I knew it was 2 or 3 in the morning, and my friend has had to go home because she'd booked a taxi for 2, so I feel really bad for her. I think she's a bit annoyed with me, and I missed it, so that was foolish, and I won't be doing that again. I have learnt my lesson, and I'm not proud of it, and but it was fun while it lasted. We have started playing Halo 4. It's not a particularly great game, I'll be honest. It's just one of those relaxing shooting games. You probably already know if you've played any of the Halo games. They're all pretty much the same. It's bonding. I like to do it with somebody, the same as the Lego games, which are funny and simple and they're not shooty games, but they're simple.
I keep comparing everything to Mass Effect because it is such a good game, and I still haven't played the third one, and I still have it. I have watched I bought myself. I've been doing loads of extra hours, so I'm allowed. I bought myself a DVD and the new Red Dwarf, and I watched it the other day finally when I was hungover, and I just basically watched all of it, including the there's an extra which is like a documentary. It's like a small making of thing that they did, and I also watched the Smeg-Ups, and it's good, and it'll go with all my other stuff. And I'm wondering if they're going to make another series. I go all American and call it seasons because a lot of the things I watch are Americans, and they're all written as season. So I've started calling look at me, I'm getting all nervous and scrunched. Relax. Series. My mum picks up on it because apparently when I said season, they were thinking like spring, summer, autumn, winter, because that's what season is over here. Anyway, I keep saying that's really bad. If you're thinking my skin looks quite fresh, it might be because I'm sweaty, or it might be the Fit Me foundation by Maybelline. I need to make a video about that. I might do that after this actually, despite my gym stuff. I'm gonna, because I've been meaning to for ages, because I really like that foundation, but I won't put it in here because I know a lot of you are guys and you don't want to watch things about women talking about foundation because it's boring. Also, my teeth are better than they have been in the past because I bought a Sonicare toothbrush. I know you probably think they're really expensive, but I got them in this. I got one that was in the Christmas stock that went half price, plus I got discount off it, so it worked out about £12 for a Sonicare toothbrush, which can sometimes be hundreds of pounds. I don't know what's different about the really expensive ones compared to the one I've got, because it's still Sonic. It feels really weird when you're using it, and I think I'll have to not use it all the time, or not press to, or not use it too much, because I feel like it's like too strong, but it's really good, so you should get one. Seeing as dentists never bother with me, because I joined one after like 20 years of not seeing one. I joined one and they basically forgot about me. They've never told me I need to go in for a 6-month checkup or anything. And same happened to my boyfriend, and he moved to a different one, and they've been really good to him. So he keeps saying I should join his, so I should, but it's just getting around to doing it. And what else? Oh, loads, and I can't think anymore. I think I always sound like quite stupid on these videos because of my, I don't know if it's, I'm distracted by the vision. I can see myself. Maybe if I turn that off, the things that I said would be more interesting. Maybe if I don't look at it. I don't know. When I talk to myself in my head, it's quite interesting. And by the time I get this set up with find my microphone, and I get, a cat off a chair, and I find the light and stuff, and I get it so that the picture's not all orange or some kind of weird green colour, I don't know, then maybe I'm just making excuses now. Oh yeah, I remembered. The end of the world. Except they never said it was going to be the end of the world. Do you remember? I tacked it on the end of one of my videos one time. I was like, oh yeah, so have you heard about this end of the world? What do you think's going to happen? Because that's how I talk. And I looked into it after that, and it was just the end of their calendar, and you probably all know that by now. And that it's probably the start of a new, if anything, it's the start of a new, what do you call them? Cycle, like a new... If people, I don't understand why people thought it would be the end of everything. Like we've reached our pinnacle or something. You are totally wrong if you think we've reached our pinnacle. There's so much of the brain that we don't use, and there's so much... You know what makes me really angry is that the planet has enough resources and is perfect for all of us to live happy, well-fed, free electricity, enough food, enough room for houses, enough everything. It's just perfect balance, and here we are, we just stomp all over it and wreck it, and we use like combustion energy, which is like the most damaging to the environment. And I'm not going off on some green hippie trip here, it's just something that irritates me a lot. Just I get frustrated a lot over mankind, and oh, my light's gone off. Hello. Mankind, and how selfish they are and how great they think they are. And I always seem to value, I know animals aren't that great because they do mean things too, but for some reason when I look at them, I don't feel malice. I feel an innocence that I like. And when I see humans, a lot of the time I feel like they're plotting evil things and they're not being very nice. But at the moment, life is good. I'm feeling good. I'm really enjoying having my space back. I can't wait to paint again. I know I always say that, but I've really got no excuse now. And I feel like a weight has lifted, and my extra hours at work have solved one problem. So fingers crossed that they'll continue. Because I was worried about money a lot of the time. And secondly, the space issue. He can do whatever he likes, he can be asleep whenever he likes, and it doesn't really impact on me that much. I can get stuff out and do stuff and not feel like I'm disturbing him. I can have the curtains open, I've got my light back, I'm getting used to working really early, and I'm just everything's gonna be good, hopefully. Hopefully something horrible won't happen now. And that's it. I'm probably going to remember all the other things I wanted to say. I've had some really weird dreams, but I'm not going to talk about them now. But I wanted to pass on to you, if you have a bad hangover, have some mint tea. You get the mint tea bag and boiling water, and you let it steep. You leave the tea bag in till it goes a nice dark colour. Take the tea bag out and sip it when it's cooled down slightly. Still hot, like warm, hotty warm. Like not burning your mouth, but not tepid, because tepid green tea is not a green tea? Mint tea is not very nice. So yeah, that will take your nausea away. You know that feeling when you're just like, nauseous or hungover, like, oh, my head. And also another thing, those rose quartz crystals, and I know you just probably think, oh, mumbo jumbo. Does it matter if it works? Just try it, please. Get a really big, if you've got a hangover or a headache and you feel like shit, you lie on your bed, right? I found this out the other day. I know I've always said put them on your forehead, right? But you get a big one, you put it on your forehead, and you lie with your arms out to the sides comfortably. Usually that's palms up, but don't force yourself. And then put some at the left side and some at the right side, opposite where your arms are. This just happened by accident. It feels amazing. It just feels cool and calm and just so much better. So that is my advice for if you have a hangover or if you have a migraine and you feel like poo. Do those things and it's amazing. If you find it doesn't work for you, then fine. Take painkillers, but remember that if you must not have painkillers on an empty stomach, you have to have food with them or it will upset your stomach. That's it for the day. Anyway, this is really long and you're probably not listening anymore, so bye.